Hey, how's it going, boys? What is up? Sora's back for another sub-ticket video. What is up, man? How you guys doing? So, we finally gotten another sub-ticket after the last one was like the anniversary ticket or some shit. Yes? Wasn't it? Yes, it was. So now, we have more characters being unlocked in the very nice looking banner picture there. Yeah, it's right in front of me, but yeah, it's that one. It's like, look at them. Very nice artwork. Delicious artwork. Okay. So, let's go through one by one. So, first and foremost, I'm just gonna go through the ones they just added, which is these four motherfuckers here. So, first and foremost, we have Athena, right? Wait, where the hell? Did I just skip her? Where is she? Oh, there she is. Do I really need to explain about Athena? Seriously? Like, come on, man. do I really have to explain about her? You can't go wrong getting her, okay? I mean, she's like one of the core characters for Lucifer Heart as well, so... You want that kind of... You want her to make your fire a lot better, being able to run fire in Lucifer Heart and shit? Yeah. There. Go! Besides that, we have Dark Eustace, right? Dark Eustace is just unlocked because the previous one was Dark Tanya, was something like that. Yeah. So now Eustace has been unlocked, and Eustace is also another character that is very nice to actually use in terms of like having Ultima gun setup, or like the likes of you know, with the Akasha setup. I think I mentioned this before in the Akasha video or something. So yeah, having the setup with Akasha X and the Ultima gun or whatever going on, or setup, which is really nice because you can do this and put it on MC or whatever. You could run with Vampy, because you can actually run Ultima Dagger instead too, if you think about it, because you have MC using Doctor most of the time, and then you have now Fairy, and now we have this guy as well, and then you have freaking Vampy as well. It makes things even better now with like a standard what's that, dark setup, whatever. You can't really go wrong with those setup right now. It's like dagger meta for dark is actually a thing now. Because we have very strong dagger characters. Plus the class you use for which is Doctor, which is relatively nice too, and then you use Parazonium. And then you just see the damage fly sky high. Woo! So yeah, I don't think he's really a bad character to pick as well. If you really want to go for that route, by all means go ahead. If you want to go for that route, if you really have Vampy, you have a Fairy, whatever, by all means. I don't think you can go wrong with this guy either. So, next one is Hellas. I would say it's a little bit too late for Hellas. Yeah, it's a little bit too late for Hellas because Guild War just ended not too long ago. And probably like the best time to make use of win Hellas is Guild War, right? So, I mean, she's still good. She's still a good character. Don't get me wrong, okay? She's still a very good and strong character, okay? Don't get me wrong. But the problem is that she's very into those kind of raids where it's very mash heavy. Unless you want to do something like focus on Baha Ishal mashing thing with her. But I don't really think she's that great, is it? I mean, you can. I mean, most of the time you'd rather use Grimnir anyway, right? But yeah, it's a thing, but not really. She's good, but I would say not really needed right now. But if you really want that nice character waifu shit in your party, go fucking ahead. Just dick pic, I guess, if you want that. All right, the other one is fuck, what was the other character? I can't remember. I was quite sure Tanya was in the last The last one, wasn't it? What's the other one? Shit, I can't remember. Was it Dante? I think it was Dante is the new one, right? Did Dante just get added in? I'm quite sure. Because I don't remember seeing Dante, so okay. Another thing, because I don't remember talking about this guy. Dante is a very auto-heavy character as well. But the problem about him is that he's very reliant on having other characters buffing him up in order to be more consistent in terms of like multi-attacking, because you need him to multi-attack like crazy, giving him more echoes or whatever buffs thingy to make him even stronger, to make his shit more worthwhile in terms of mashing. So I would say if you have like a Titan grid or whatever, or if you just really want to race with Earth in Baja Ishel, he's your man. I would definitely say he's good for that. Besides that, not really. I wouldn't really say he's that great. His skin is good though, but he's very mash. He's a mash heavy character. So when it comes to like, you know, like Lucifer Heart or whatever, he's clearly not the character who you would want to use for that. So yeah. So the other one I would say is Sen, right? Yeah, Sen. Sen is another new character that was added in. So Sen was also added in, and I can say for sure that she's actually a really nice character to have to sub-ticket as well, if you just want someone that can semi-tank for you and do damage at the same time, because she can do just that. Because I remember I did put the good deal thing in my good deal icon thingy on my tier list, that she is considered a character worthwhile to sub-ticket. If you really need a character like that, by all means, I wouldn't really say that's a bad idea either. She's actually a good character. Definitely someone that you shouldn't really neglect nonetheless. Okay, so apparently Tanya was technically part of the anniversary ticket only, and I remember it was technically skipped at that time because I can't remember what the hell I actually said in that video already. So yeah, let's talk about Tanya for a bit. Tanya is a very nuke heavy character too, but she's also quite a premium debuffer, I would say, because technically you can debuff relatively easy by doing this thingy, right? And then she has this attack and defend down stackable thing, which is, I would say, considered premium debuffs at this point, because there's a lot of raids in the game which is relatively immune to like the standard attack and defend down, and then only these kind of debuffs work, right? So she's actually not too bad too, if you really want to like bring a character that allows you to debuff like that. And yes, I would also consider like if you need a extra debuffer, Tanya is relatively good in Lucifer, but I wouldn't really say you should bring her, because the character you want to have for debuffing is gonna be continuous in a bit. I'll get to it in the video in a little bit, because we all know who that is, right? Yeah. So either way, she's not really that bad to have either way, like for a standard setup thingy, if you just need like a debuffer or whatnot. But if you ask me right now though, right now in this point, I would really say that she's not really have a high priority on getting. I would really consider not getting her right now. She's good, but don't get me wrong, she's good, but I don't think she's a character that you would really need right now. She's not like a huge importance right now, because you can technically bypass with someone else. Okay. So this part of the video is that I'm going to include the characters that are probably worth picking right now because of the so-called new content that was just added into the game last month or so, or 2 months ago, whichever. So yeah, so this is the part of the video. I'm just going to talk on each element, which is the characters that is worth picking right now for the ever since they got updated or whatever, whatnot. Okay, so number 1, on Fire. Is there anything else I can say about Fire besides Athena? No, I don't think so. Oh, Lancelot and Vayne is actually quite decent in Lucifer Heart too, because of like the amount of defense they can get from you know, all the the stuff that you can get from grid, or you can just do whatever stuff they have. They have premium debuffs as well, and they also have heals they can clear, all that stuff. So this kind of skill set is relatively good for Lucifer Heart if you actually need some extra debuffer or whatnot. If you do not have say Esser or whatever. If you do not have Esser yet, you can technically run Athena, Anira, and these two guys here. Or you can actually just put them in the backline. If someone actually dies, this guy comes in, and you can still do something. Because these guys are relatively okay for Lucifer Heart. Yes. So, besides that, others is still the same though. Others is still the same. Yeah, they're all great here. Matera is still fine. So she's gonna get the buff soon. So is gonna get buff soon, but I'm not even sure when is that gonna happen. So my choice, I mean my thoughts on her might be a lot different soon. So yeah, that's the other thing you guys should keep in mind, because there's some characters, subtickable characters, that are going to be changed fairly soon, but I'm not sure when is that gonna be. So when that time comes, I'll probably update again. I'm not sure. If the sub-ticket duration, sub-ticket period is still up, then yeah, I'll probably make an update video on that one. For now, I'm just gonna talk the ones that are relatively good. Okay, so that's it for fire. Water, you have Lily now. Lily, #1 contender. Woo! A full limit break though. Yikes, man. She's like super core in Lucifer Heart or any raid that you need massive sustain from, because she's really good. The amount of sustain that she provides is just insane. And if you have Europa, she's like the best tag team partner to have. Just have Europa and Lily, and you just won't fucking die. Well, not really won't fucking die, but it makes it harder for you to die. Put it that way. So yeah, Lily is definitely their #1 contender, and the rest is still the same, yeah? Because I know they're gonna get updated or whatever, isn't it? Like this guy. I know this guy is another character that's gonna get updated. So yeah, Anglovale is still the same, but keep in mind, Lily is really, really good right now. Definitely one character you can probably consider getting right now, and also the best time to grind her all the way to 100, because it's Magfest, right? So, okay. Earth, on the other hand, there isn't really much characters I would say about Earth, but Sarah is definitely one contender if you really want to use for Lucifer Heart. It's definitely someone you can consider, because I am using her for Lucifer Heart in my Earth setup. She is a character that you can use, but if you're using like Titan or whatever, you technically don't even need her. Honestly, you can just go with Sarasa. Yeah, you can just go with Sarasa, or you just go with the Oracle. Honestly, you don't even need that. If you're using Titan, you should have enough HP with all the Alex daggers and shit. You just get all the HP from that and still do damage. That's fine. So yeah, Earth not really like super crazy right now, but okay. So this is the one that everybody's looking for, because everybody wants to run Lucifer Heart with the easiest grid to build, right? Which is Win. And what do you need for Lucifer Heart if you're running Win? This bad boy right here that always says KENKYUU NO SEKA. This guy right here. Everybody wants this guy right now. This guy is probably one of the #1 contender in this sub-ticket alone, because everybody wants to run Win, right? Or at least try to run Win and clear Lucifer Heart at least once in their life and get that wonderful trophy to just flex on other people and saying that, hey, I cleared it. And yeah, you need this guy, because this guy is fucking core for that raid, right? All just because this thing is 0 turns. Just KENKYUU NO SEKA, and then you plan B from time to time, and basically all this skill set that you see on this guy is fucking perfect on Lucifer Heart. That's why he's like the super core in Lucifer Heart. Just put it that way, okay? Besides that, not really much other characters that is really worth talking about right now, because I know this guy has been out for quite some time now in terms of like sub-tickable character, because I remember he was out like like the last actual sub ticket, not the anniversary ticket. Yeah. So yeah, he's so that's kind of like the meme too. The meme of this sub ticket this time around is just really this character and this KENKYUU no Seka. It's just these two. Everybody is just either going for Athena or this guy. It's just these two characters. Because most of the time, people will be sparking for Anira, right? And then you can just build Acer. And then the third character they do not have is Athena, right? So now you can pick Athena. There you go. and then for win, you're gonna fucking what's that? You're gonna be fucking sparking for Monkey, right? And then you get Sete Jute and then you're great already. Or you spark Grimnir for some reason. Everybody wants that guy. So you can get that guy too. And then you need this guy. Woo! And then you're done with Lucifer. Your lineup for Lucifer Heart is like, okay. You know? So yeah, that's kind of like the joke for this sub-ticket period. It's just this guy and Athena. But anyway, moving on. So I know Light doesn't really have a new character being added in though. That's for sure. But all the stuff I said in the previous one, you can always check the playlist I said for the previous characters on the last sub-ticket down below in the description somewhere. I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but yeah, it's gonna be there. So Dark, yeah, Dark. You have another thing I would want to say is definitely number one is Nicholas, because Nicholas is also core for Lucifer Heart. Seeing how his skill set is relatively nice for a run like that, because he can nuke relatively high. He has this wonderful extra debuff, and he can nuke a lot, and then he can substitute. He has a 60% length, which works, allows you to take an extra turn if nobody's able to, you know, get through extra lengths or whatever. They need extra lengths. This guy can do that. He can take extra turns. And he can heal himself. And he has high hostility. You can just technically just focus on him. Your other characters would be not really focused all that much. So Nicholas is relatively good ever since the Lucifer Heart came out. So just keep that in mind. That's one of the reasons why I bumped it up from niche into situational. So because everybody seems to be using him now. So not to mention, yes, another is that the last time I did not mention was obviously Vampy, because at that time Vampy was not full limit break yet. All right. So now that Vampy is she has her full limit break, right? She's really strong. Keep that in mind. You can always go to my first impressions and just see how my reactions is on her. But she's a really strong character now, and she's probably core in a lot of dark teams too. So you really can't go wrong on getting Vampy as well. So like for example, if you want to run dark in Lucifer Heart, right, and you already have Nicholas and you don't have Vampy, dude, Vampy is great to have in that run as well, because of her wonderful new upgrades, which is not listed here because it's showing level 80 here. But then you also have this wonderful delay and charm. Can't go wrong with that, right? Just everything about her is just really strong in that run. So yeah, Vampy is definitely someone that you really want. And then to add on a little bit on this, another few ones we also have is like Forte and Zeta, being the so-called characters are going to be buffed. I think a lot of people has been looking forward to this for a really long time. I know a lot of people are a big fan of Forte. I am as well, back in the day. Kind of. So yeah, people are really looking for it. So I'm really hoping like all characters like this getting a rebalance are gonna be significant enough at least to how do I say, make use of the new crest, the crest mechanic that Side Games has just recently been added in from because of Lucifer, right? Because there isn't like, wait, how many characters we have right now? 3. We have only 3 characters right now, if I recall correctly. We have Medusa, we have Lily, we have Macula, right? Only these 3 characters that has the so-called crest mechanic being functional. the rest of the characters is not really much used on that yet. So on that note, it would be really nice to see those being added in on the rebalance thing, which makes it even better too, because you can actually consider getting them through sub-tickets as well, because there's a lot of characters that are part of the rebalance that is sub-tickable as well. And plus we have a sub-tickable, the Suptix period is up until 14, right? So hopefully we do get a rebalance by then, and then if you're really patient enough, you just wait for that, and then you just decide later. But yeah. On the other hand, my last words on this sub-ticket video though, before, I would honestly think, I would really more like suggest to you guys, if you really want to buy a sub-ticket right now, I would really suggest you to hold on to it just a little bit, because the free rolls on the daily 10 free rolls thing is going to end. I think by the time you guys on YouTube actually see this, it's like the second last day already. So by the time, yeah, it's gonna end tomorrow. By the time this video comes out, it's gonna end tomorrow. So yeah, you should wait for the all of the single, I mean the 10 rolls daily free thing to end first before buying this, because not to mention, it's like what we have Tina rate up right now and her last two. If you actually thinking of considering to get Tina or her last, they are both in a banner right now. Maybe you can get lucky getting them from your free rolls. So why not just wait a little bit? There's really no harm in that, right? Just wait for 2 more days. So just chill a little bit on that one. Then once that's over, just go buy the sub-ticket, man. Really, that's simple as that, right? So yeah, I think that's really about it about this sub-ticket. There's so many new characters that are actually worth getting right now, all thanks to Lucifer. Because all thanks to this new raid, there's so many of these niche characters being brought up to date again. All thanks to this new content that we are getting. Because of all the stuff that we had previously. Like, because you have to keep in mind that all of the content, we were stuck at Shiny being the hardest difficulty. And you know, nowadays Shiny is like a freaking joke right now. So you don't really need all these so-called sustain characters that gives you massive sustain to go through long raids or whatever. Yeah, it's like you don't even need any of that. You just mash and everything just dies. That seems to be like the case. But now, because we have new stuff being added in, right? All these old characters are being brought back up again. So yeah, there's a lot of characters definitely worth noting. Especially like the ones I've already pointed out in the previous, like the last, I don't know, 20 minutes. So there's one more thing. More like a few things I totally forgot to mention, because I mentioned a lot about Lucifer Heart stuff related things. I totally forgot to mention about summons. So here we are back again in the YouTube zone. Hi YouTube. And so number one, the few summons that are being considered in those kind of raids right now, or if you're lacking for some reason, yeah, sub-ticket, you can actually use sub-ticket to get them. So number one is Athena. Athena is great because you need 100% cut in a lot of cases. Cycling Athena with other teammates is also great. If you don't have Athena, that's fine. Excuse me. You can technically ask other raid members to actually give that to you, but honestly, having one Athena doesn't really hurt at all. So that's one. The other ones is definitely the bunkles. The bunkles are, how do I say? It works best on only like a few elements that really has the so-called element switch. The prime example would be definitely Earth and Fire. So because Fire has Athena to do the wind switch, right? That all incoming damage becomes wind instead of like random, because Lucifer Heart is all random and shit. Same goes for Earth, because you use Xeno's sword, you have the Earth's the water switch thing for, then you just have Gilgamesh and you have just lots of damage. You just don't take so much damage. Because the other thing you have to keep in mind if you're running Earth in Lucifer Heart is that you don't really have much sustain, right? So yeah, you can't really go wrong with that. So anyway, if you guys really want me to talk more about Lucifer Heart, like in detail, like what I know, what the stuff I learned about that, we'll do that in another video, okay? This is more like Suptix stuff. Okay, so Dark, not really. Hector, not really as well. But here's the thing. There are even sometimes, right, where you say, if you use a character like, how do I say? Element like, say, for example, Wind. Say if you're using Wind, for example, right? But Wind doesn't have any element switch, right? You can actually use this. If you so happen to use this, you can receive technically lesser damage for incoming wind fire damage. So it's like, basically what this does is like, in general, it just reduces the amount of incoming damage as a whole, because the Lucifer boss does give you, I mean, hits you like with random elements and shit, and you don't really want to get hit by your weakness element, right? So which is why you go for this kind of bunkle setup is actually not too bad, but you don't really have to do that. You can actually just go with the SR bunkles. Okay, so the other one that is definitely super core is definitely Typhoon. You can't really go wrong with Typhoon anyway, because I would honestly say Typhoon's call is just too damn good anyway. Typhoon's call is just super strong, man. It just removes all fucking diamonds, man. No matter what the meta, no matter how the meta changes anything, you can't go wrong with this summon at all. And not to mention, if you get this to full limit break at level 150, you can get 100 meter for all your party members. It doesn't matter if you have like, if the boss have like 0 diamonds or whatever, and then you still get the 100 meter on all your members anyway, which also like, it can stack with those characters that has a passive that boosts their the charge bars. Perfect example is Octo, because if you use Typhoon with Octo gets 200 meter instead of 100. So yeah, so Typhon, whatever you want to pronounce it, honestly, is definitely one super good summon, no matter what. You can't really go wrong with Typhoon. Okay. Thor is not that good. Freya is not really that good because it's just nuking stuff, and Thor doesn't really work that well. Besides the what you call that, the multi-attack hit. The multi-attack debuff only works on Lucifer Heart. So yeah, it's not really that great to have anyway. So the important ones to have, most of it is just really Typhoon, some bunkles, or Athena. Or if you have like the Lucifer or whatever, if you get lucky with the banner. I'm not even sure why am I talking about the banner now, but yeah. Lucifer full 5 stars is great. Yeah. Yeah. So summons, yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. Hopefully I did not really miss anything right now. Yeah, summons. Be good. So yeah, that's really about it on my May version of the sub-ticket video. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully you guys find this helpful. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And yeah, just comment in the comment section, and Ricardo Flick, I guess. I don't know. Up to you, I suppose. Doesn't matter. All right. Bye.